music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for If Your Husband is Cheating on Us. This is season 1, episode 4. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. You want to hit the little subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification button so that when I have new videos, you will always be notified. And if you have not done so already, go ahead and like this video too, okay? So, this show was on in what? In like April, or was it in April? Yeah, like in April. It had 3 episodes, and then the show just went away. Like, completely was like with no warning, no nothing. Like, they was not saying when the show was coming back. I was so confused. Like, I was like, how does the show just kind of be on? What's on my face? Lord Jesus. How can a show just be on and then just go away? So yeah, it was a 2-month hiatus, no explanations. I think I had asked Tandy on Instagram, like, girl, when the show coming back on? And she said, oh, it'll be back on in June. So now it's back. But yeah, I was like, how do you put a show on? You have 3 full-fledged episodes and then go away for 2 months. I mean, like, did y'all have to reshoot scenes? Like, what happened that there was a 2-month break in between? I was so confused. So, but I'm like, y'all back, and Deirdre and Leah as still arguing. I'm like, really? They still beefed out? I'm like, look, I need y'all to get over this. We see kind of, Deirdre talking to her daughter as she's on her way to go see her parents. We see Leah on the phone with her son. So it's 2 separate situations, but they kind of still beefing back and forth or whatever. And it's crazy how, now they have kids by the same man, an actor named Tony or whatever, and their kids are telling them separately, y'all can't let something that happened 20 years ago when we were born affects y'all working and doing things now. And I'm looking like, for your kids to have to tell you that, it's kind of crazy. But I'm like, girl, both of y'all, it's just kind of crazy. The actor says how Tony kind of waited until their daughter was of age, like until she was a teenager, to even try to have like a real relationship with her. The daughter said it too, how, they kind of just are just now getting to know each other, whatever. And she does not want the fact that her mom and the other kid's mom is beefing, and her fear or cause any messy issues between her and her getting to know her father better now. And I think they both need to let that shit go. I mean, both of them. Deirdre, I don't think it's more Deirdre than Leah. I think they both at fault, and one way or the other. However, I do feel like Leah be nitpicking about shit, and how she likes to kind of make it seem as if, well, it's not me, it's her. No, bitch, it's you too. Okay, let's just be honest about that. We then see how Jermaine, who's now the lead character since Genuine was pussyfooting around, he left. He's supposed to be running lines with Kristen, but he halfway sleep. He's sleeping, he daydreaming or whatever. But I'm like, I don't know why they surprised, because he wasn't even a real understudy. Like, he didn't want to learn his lines when he was an understudy. So my thing is, he didn't really want this role. I think he just wanted to be on TV, and so that's what he's there for. And yeah, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Jermaine has ever taken his role seriously, and he still ain't doing it. It's 2 months later. Okay, ain't nothing changed. So we see Deirdre basically visiting her parents. Look, this is what I can say. When they keep talking about, how Deirdre was dating the dude, how Leah was dating the dude, seeing them two now, they look like 2 completely types of women. And I feel like, for the most part, people have tried to shade how Deirdre looks. I'm saying Deirdre. The actor looks now as to why would he want to with her and whatever. But baby, at her parents' house, when they had pictures of her up from back in the day, I said, bitch, the actor looked like a completely different person back then. To the point where you can see she lived a hard life from those days. I mean, her skin tone is darker. She looks different. Yes, she's gained a little, she's gained weight too, but that happens as you get older or whatever. But she just looks different or whatever. And seeing pictures, because I didn't Google her or whatever. I didn't look her up and like that. Seeing her then, I said, bitch, she was a motherfucking dime. Okay? She was that bitch. She was that. If them pictures is real pictures, okay? If them was real pictures, because I don't know. I can completely see how it was a love triangle. Because my thing is, she don't look now how she did then. So it's easy to be like, he picked me. Why would he pick her over me? Because they look like two different people. Okay? But the actress then looks better than honey, all tens across the board. Okay, pose. So anyway, she's bringing up how back in the day she had like a little record deal, how the money she used from the record deal, the money she got from the record deal, she used to build her parents a house and buy the land to put the house on or whatever. So there was a money, well spent. She lets her parents know how she's in the house working with the other baby mama, and the mama like, girl, that's gonna be some drama, that's gonna be some trouble. She says, but you need to just stay out of people's way, and so that way they won't be in your way either, and everything will be fine. So I'm like, okay, when she gets back to the house, she sees that Kristen is moving out of their room they share into Genuine's room. And my thing is, I was like, girl, bye, I don't care. But my thing is, okay, so at that point in time, y'all both just have your own room. And my thing is, I would be like, Kristen moving to Genuine's room, I don't know. I don't feel the actress that bad. At the same time, I would want my own room, period. So I would be moving just because it's an extra room. And let's just make that clear. Anyway, was that all she talked about on there? Yeah. So at this point in time, everybody meeting up. The last episode had JD meeting with them, and it was kind of like nothing was kind of established. And it's weird that the new episode started and didn't even mention what happened. I don't even think it had picked up from where the last episode went off. I really don't. It's the weirdest shit ever. Anyway, at this point in time, JD at the house, and now they all meeting up, and he's asking them like, what do they need from him as a director to get to make things better. They say, we need practice. We need you to allow us to. My battery's always low. We need you to allow us to bring your play to life, and for you just allow us to do that. And then he said from them, he just needs the cast to get along and be united. That's basically what he needs. They have a little practice or whatever there. All the ladies do great. All the girls do great. It was great. However, Jermaine, not so much. And I think it's a thing of, one, he don't know his lines, and two, looking at the women on the play, and he's supposed to be this player who's dating them all in one way or the other. He looks young. He does look young. He doesn't fit the part looks wise, and then because he does not know all the words and all the lines yet, it's a little weird or whatever. So he doesn't look the part based on the other cast that the guy has. Genuine looked the part because, let's be honest, even though Genuine looks good for his age, he still looks his age. He looks the same age as the other women. However, Jermaine looks like he can be their son. So it's a little incestuous if you ask me. But whatever. JD just talks to him and say, hey, we need you to kind of get ready to be this lead role. Like, I need you to be the lead role so that when the show goes, when the play plays out, it's a success. But I'm like, he can't look older in 4 weeks. Y'all gonna have to do some makeup on him to make him look older. He just does not look the part, you know. And I think because some of the things he did, it was funny. I was like, oh, that's kind of cute or whatever. But then again, I'm like, he don't look the part, and he just does not know all his lines. So, you know, he just has to work on that. It was what it was. You know, we then see JD take Kristen and Tandy to like a tango class, because it's a role he plays in the show where he has to like flirt with Tandy or whatever. So they're, I guess, trying to work on their stage presence, their connection or whatever. And, you know, Tandy brings up, you know, I wonder would he be offended if I would say that I think Genuine should play this one part that he's playing, because, you know, he has all these other parts. So she brings it up, like, I think Genuine should play this, the role of whatever, like the person who flirts with me or whatnot. And, you know, Kristen agrees that he should. It was a character named Alex. And Kristen says, yeah, I think that would be a good thing if he could play that role, because it's not a huge role, and that way he wouldn't have to be here all the time or whatever. And JD was kind of offended, like, how dare they, you know, how they have the nerve to tell me to give up a character of mine, like, you know, Tyler Perry wouldn't give up Medea. And I said, well, he wouldn't, but, I mean, it's Alex Medea, you know what I'm saying, like, Medea also, Lord Jesus. He plays Medea, he played the brother of Medea. If he needed to give up that role to someone who was like him, I don't know. I didn't see an issue with them asking him to give up that character, because you don't have to be all those characters in your own play. This is my opinion. I don't care. But I also didn't care. We then see Deirdre's daughter, who comes to the house, and Leah answers the door. Oh, you're here to see your mom? She's like, no, I'm actually here to see you. Something like, oh, the plot thickens. So she just says how Leah then says how she has not seen Diamond, the daughter, since she was around 8 years old. And she said it's because her mama kind of didn't allow them to kind of get to know each other, or whatever. And for me, you know, Diamond is there to try to be the peacemaker. She wants her mama and Leah to get along for the time being. I think it's weird, simply because if Leah is saying I have not seen her since she was 8 years old, and now she's at least 18. Okay, she's at least 18 years old. So you haven't seen her in 10 years. And so when she's like, well, I consider her family, like we consider each other family or whatever, because that, you know, I'm her, you know, she's like, I'm a stepmom or whatnot. But I'm like, but you and her daddy is divorced. Like, if you and her daddy are divorced, I mean, if y'all not together, you not her stepmom. And she's a full-fledged adult, so she don't have. I'm just like, why? It's just too much to mess for all these adults, and especially for it to be about something that happened 20 goddamn years ago. So I'm looking like, girl, at this point, like, she don't have to be involved with you, and you got to be involved with her, because you and her daddy ain't even together anymore. It's kind of crazy. So, you know, we then see Leah going up and Deirdre talking, because she done brought the two together. And again, you know, Leah feels like, you know, Deirdre don't realize that her and Tony was just sleeping together. They weren't a couple, so she should just get over it. But I feel like so should you. Like, why they was doing something, because you both have children around the same age. So why are y'all mad at each other when he was the one playing both sides? And it's not only that, y'all are mad 20 years later, because there was so many years between then and now that y'all kept the bullshit up for no goddamn reason. So I mean, at this point, I don't want to hear about it on this damn show. I don't. It's just so stupid. Who argues for 20 years? Who does that? Okay, it's just the stupidest shit ever. You know, so at that point, we had that where they kind of say they're going to both have a truce. They won't be arguing and fussing and fighting no more. You know, they're going to kind of get along for the most part, and they're going to be able to work this job and not have any issues. Okay, cool. You know, from there, we then see Leah, Tandy. I think Kristen was there too. I know Jermaine was. I can't remember if Kristen was there too. And they're basically talking about, you know, Leah and how her and Deirdre had a peaceful moment due to her daughter kind of bringing peace between them two. And she says, I feel like we should all give her a chance. Now, Tandy and Jermaine like, no, I don't want to. I don't trust her. I don't trust her as far as I can throw her. You know, she's always got something else going on or whatever. And the whole time they talking, I'm looking at Leah's wig wondering, who did that horrible wig? Like, the dye job is horrible. The layers are horrible. It looks like she had 5 different wigs pieced together to make one. Like the bang don't look like it's connected to to her scalp. It's really weird, and it just does not look good. And I feel like she said, I want a Beyonce type multicolored blonde-ish wig with crinkles, and I want it to be kind of layered. And someone said, I'm gonna cut up this 5-piece wig. I'm gonna put the 27-piece wig in your head, and we're gonna see if it works. And for me, it does not work. I do not like it at all. And I'm like, it just looks bad. Then I'm looking at Jermaine's hair and his confessional look, and I'm looking like, is that a lace front? I mean, it's a good lace front, but I'm like, it looked like a lace front. Like, it looked like it, you know, the hair just looks like, it's yarn, not yarn, like thread. Like, I said, it's a good lace front, but I was just, his eyebrows was just so threaded or so microbladed to look so pretty and nice. And I'm looking like, he can't be the lead man in the play, because he look like he date men. Like, it ain't believable. I was just like, okay. Anyway, so at this point in time, the three amigos, you know, who was Leah, Tandy, and Jermaine, it was three of them because Kristen wasn't there. They agreed to give Deirdre a chance to see how they could all get along. You know, we then see all the cast meet up. And, you know, Leah and Deirdre, how they kind of made a peace, they had made a truce, and how they all need to get along so the play can actually happen. Because if they all can't get along, the play won't even be put on, and they will all lose their goddamn jobs. So they all make a conscious effort to say, we're going to be professional, we're going to do our jobs, we're going to make this play happen, we're going to be a team. Okay, we're going to be a team. Okay, cool. Tanya and Genuine, they're a couple, excuse me, in real life right now, because she's always posting him on her IG. I don't see him post her as much anyway. And so she FaceTiming him, and he like, yeah, I had to go visit my kids. Now I'm back on the road. You know, I be for daddy. Yeah, daddy. I said, her calling him daddy just made my skin crawl, because it was for the cameras. And okay, next. She tells him, you know, she do tell him that she thinks he should play the character of Alex, because it's something that JD was going to play, and she don't think he's a good fit for it, and she thinks he would be a good fit for it. Now, he does not say yes, he does not say no, but I'm over, okay, he ain't there, okay, he out there doing something else, so let him do what he's going to do. If he going to come back, let him come back, if not, poof, be gone. From there, we see they at rehearsal. They're at rehearsal. Now, the last time JD's daughters were around was at that damn birthday party when the one daughter got beefed out with Kristen. So this is the first time they've all been in the same room together. Now, the cast is up on the stage. They're about to start acting or whatever. And the one daughter, not the girl who got into the argument, but the other daughter, she starts wanting to give a little speech time where they should all forget about any issues. You know, we should all be professional. You know what I'm saying? This, and she talking, using some big words that I can't remember or pronounce, spell. And she then says to Kristen, because Kristen, you know, in your eyes, I can just kind of see, you know, you're not happy or whatever. And Kristen, like, I'm looking at you because you're talking, so I'm listening to you talk. And I said, why did she point that girl out? Because from there, it got messy. Because at that point in time, now Kristen trying to defend herself, the daughter trying to defend herself, the assistant who's sitting next to the daughter trying to defend the daughter, which makes Tandy try to say, well, what you keep talking for, girl? To the assistant girl. Then the sister who was the one who had a fight with Kristen, she walks in because she just went to the bathroom. So she come back in like, why are everybody fussing the fight? Like, at least this time ain't about me. And it's a full-on mess. It's a full-on mess, and they're supposed to all be practicing. The daughter should have never said shit, or she should have at least waited until after the rehearsal. If there was issues of tension during rehearsals, then say something. But you fucked up the feng shui of the situation by talking before anyone got to even get any lines out, and that was your mistake. And JD daughter is gonna be the reason he gonna continue to do little B-list plays, because don't nobody want to mess with. I mean, it's stupid, it's childish, and it's petty, and sometimes you can't have your family members involved in your shit. So at this point in time, because everybody arguing, everybody walk out. Not everybody. Tandy, Kristen, and Jermaine walk out. We see Leah like walked away too, The only ones who stayed with Deirdre was like, come on now, Lon, let's rehearse. We gotta do rehearsal. Now the cast is mad because Deirdre did not walk out with them. And it's kind of weird because they outside at like some bar, they didn't left, and she in there talking to JD like, no, let's just work, like let's bring these lines. She's being a professional because they are at work and they should not have walked out, as she says. And she just like, you know what, I'm just trying to learn my lines, like I'm trying to do what I'm supposed to do. And so that's the whole thing. So now the group is mad that she did not follow their lead and all walk out because they felt like his daughter was coming at them for being mean and rude or whatever, and they feel like it'd be her. But at the end of the day, Deirdre like, they not even in the play. Like the daughters aren't in the cast, so who gives a fuck what they feel? Like, let's work. Like, fuck them. Who cares? But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, they pissed off at her because she did not leave with them when they were upset. But y'all would not. If Deirdre would have been pissed off at them girls and she would have walked out, none of them would have came with her. No, and that's the part that kind of pissed me off. They want her to basically kiss their ass, and they would not do the same thing for her at all, point blank into the period. And they fake as frog hair. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, she's fake. I can't believe she didn't leave out with us or whatever. Y'all want her to kiss y'all ass and follow y'all around just so that she can be like, y'all can treat her like she's y'all friend, and she don't care. She's like, no, I'm here to do something and I'm gonna do it. I'm not leaving out for them. And again, y'all would not do the same thing for her. Now back at the house, they like, you know what I'm saying, we need to see, you know what I'm saying, how she gonna stick with us or not. So they say how she's not a team member or whatever, she don't want to do this, she want to do that. And it's weird because when she walk in and she said, I thought y'all went outside to like cool off. I didn't realize y'all really like left, and I was in there working. You fake, I can't. Why wouldn't you leave with us? We supposed to be a team, bitch. Y'all would not have left with her either. Y'all don't even really like her. That's what's fake, okay? That's what's really fucking fake. And my thing is, I don't have to go with y'all to make y'all feel better. I don't, because I don't think y'all should have walked out. Like I don't. And what made me mad too was Leah and her confessional is saying, I can't be mad at Deirdre because we should not have walked out. That was unprofessional. We are paid to do a job, and she had every right to stay there and do the job. That's what we should have done. But in the moment, she not saying shit. She letting Tiny rant and rave. She letting Jermaine little side comments. I'm saying at this point in time, Tandy is telling Deirdre, you fake as fuck, you fake as this, you fake as that. And Tiny's having an immature ass childish rant. Tiny is upset because Genuine ain't there, and Tiny still blames Deirdre for that. So Tiny don't like Deirdre for that reason only, okay? And let's call a spade, because my thing is the whole way she was acting like, I don't care, you didn't want to leave with us, you ain't a team player, you fake as hell, you a fake ass bitch. I'm looking like, what? And I like how Deirdre was like, no, let her rant and rave, like whatever, it's whatever. No, I'm not leaving because it wasn't professional. Y'all should not have left out. I'm like, Leah sitting there and she not saying shit. She not agreeing with them at all, but she's also not saying I agree with Deirdre. That's what's fake to me. That you're gonna sit there and be hush mouth because you just don't want to also be on the receiving end of, you on her side, you must be, that's fake. Well, you ain't like her. Yes, and it's, y'all too old for that. Y'all too old. And the fact that Tiny can't get that Deirdre does not have to walk out with them is what's crazy to me. When again, y'all don't like her. Y'all don't at all. And she was right. We only here to do a job. And she said, like, we here to do a job. Y'all walked out on a rehearsal based on people who not even in the show. Well, you didn't see them being rude to us. You didn't see them being disrespectful. Was you even there? You didn't see that. And Deirdre was like, well, they not in the show. Like, who cares? Who forget them. Let's run our lines and then leave when we done. And then not deal with them. Let's not walk out and give them the power to make us look unprofessional. And that's what they did. And I'm like, look, faking fugazi. Anyway, that's how the episode ends off with this whole bunch of yelling and fussing and cussing or whatever. So we will have to see what's gonna happen next week. Let's hope they don't do another 3 episodes and then go off for 2 more months. Anyway, Put your comments below. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.